Всем привет, друзья, с вами Сникер. И я поиграю сейчас в игру под названием Игра престолов или Игры престолов, не знаю как правильно. Первый сезон от Telltale Games. И я ее записываю сразу после Tales of Borderlands, которую поиграл только что, и меня жутко доставило. Надеюсь, Game of Thrones меня тоже не разочарует. Нажимаем играть. Тут у нас есть эпизоды, но доступен, естественно, только первый. Северяне никогда этого не забудут. Тирион Ланнистер. Погнали. Игра адаптируется под ваши действия. История будет развиваться так, как решите вы. Но тут она не такая веселая будет, я думаю. На протяжении тысячелетий Форестеры были верными знаменосцами Старков. Ныне на севере разразилась война, и вражеские дома хотят присвоить рощу железностволов, которые владеют Форестеры, себе. Железностволы — редкие деревья, которые произрастают в самых темных уголках волчьего леса. В эти смутные времена судьба... Что-то там. Очень медленно читаю я. Ну, какой-то лагерь. Знамена. Я, кстати, сериал посмотрел буквально пару серий. Чуть не втянуло меня. Надо будет как-нибудь посмотреть, может втянуть, но как-то мне пока что не очень. Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
От кровинушки очистили.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that.
Да ладно.
I say that as a friend.
У меня будет такой меч. Вот увидишь.
Just a squire.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand
почему бы
in
нет?
it, you know. A hand in what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next
Как
to
всё было на самом деле.
Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer? Aye. Well, I had a hand in it. Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Сам налей, а?
You're his squire. It's your job, not mine.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate. To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King in the
North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock! Death to the Lannisters!
Зима близко.
Winter is coming.
Let's hope it waits till this bloody war's over.
Garrett,
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. A night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
В каком смысле?
Something must be done.
Со мной, милорд?
Me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
Я ничего не прошу.
Seek nothing, my lord. Serving a noble house such as yours is reward enough.
You're far too modest, Garrett.
Whatever you believe is best, my lord.
There were those
так я
who
и
had
хотел
their
ответить.
doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid
Я
off.
вас не подведу.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Все бухает.
Squire! Fetch us more wine!
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Fine, but you owe me.
Окей.
I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank you.
Уже нет.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
Могло быть
You
еще
better watch
хуже.
your tongue, Owen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing.
Да меня уже
Lowest of the
повыше
low. All
повысили.
I know,
Я уже
we'll be
воин.
squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding.
Скажу ему.
What a waste of fucking time.
Нет, скажу, когда-нибудь тебя повысит.
You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
Близнецы, крепость дома Фреев. Красная свадьба. Я думал, свобода. Ну и там свадьба.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Что происходит?
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
Что происходит?
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Походу... Спасти Боуэна.
But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush?
Беги! Тут уже бойня. Это что, предатели?
We need to get back to camp.
О. Ага! Господи, я уже что-то отпустил кнопки все. Они еще серым так немножко не очень хорошо видно.
Sharon, we have to get back. A gift from the king.
Ох, твою мать, повезло-то как, а?
Ready, boys?
Да ладно.
Whoa! Shoot that one!
Пошел нахрен. Вырубили одного. Красава. Своими баками похож на Пушкина.
Look out!
Мать. Ползи. Ползи. Ой, твою мать. Хорошо. По тебе счета, зато живы. О, отлично. Твою мать. Родрик, спасай! Пошел. Не очень круто под лошадь попасть. Сейчас ему, ну что ты отвлекаешься, что ты ему орешь? Твою мать, что ты ему орал? Дурачок, а? Он же отвлекался на тебя.
Got it. Did you find Roderick?
He's dead. Его
Speak
больше
up,
нет.
Garrett.
He's gone, my lord. There was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Сабля. Меч, точнее, господи. Твою мать. Красава. Да твою мать.
Not afraid, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Давали. Твою мать, он много выдержал. Хотя он довольно стар.
Seven hells.
Нам нужно
We
продолжать
have
путь.
to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Твою мать. Пузо скрыто, это не очень хорошо.
Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
Взять двуручник.
I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
Я вас не
I
брошу.
won't leave you, my
You
lord.
can, and you will.
My lord,
By
I-
the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your
Клянусь.
uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
Your uncle
Сказать
must
только
do this
дяде.
for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters! With love,
Твою мать. Да беги ты уже, что? Пожертвовал с тобой. Прям как в сериале. Да не, немножко по-другому. Как немножко? А или нет? Или да? Не помню. Там прям чисто графика была, компьютера тут. Типа на игровой графике. Стена это ледяная. Игры престолов. Железный изо льда. Эпизод 1. Как мы с голода-то не померли. Ну не то что с голода, ну. Ну он довольно истощен, да. Я думал, он спокойно идет. А нет. Свинья. Да зарубим, съедим. Окей. У нас есть меч. Это радует. Кровь.
Blood. Fresh.
Интересно. Свинья, ты живая? Ты же только что ходила. Или это другая уже была? Окей. Твою мать. Какой-то город подожгли. Или деревушку. Неважно. Какой-то населенный пункт. В общем, страдает. Сейчас повозка никак не взаимодействовать. Хорошо. Идем по дороге дальше. Телега. Перевернутая.
That's father's car.
Отца? Мы вернулись домой. Ну или к дяде там.
Bolton better give us fucking titles for this.
Winter may be coming, but at least still have his bacon.
Вы ублюдки. Свинья это за что?
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father,
I said move on.
Ну-ка.
I'm going to kill you.
Is
Капец
that
вам,
so?
ребятки. Да я тебя сейчас
You can
разрублю
try if you
пополам.
like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new warden of the north.
А ты в
I
этом
reckon he'd
уверен?
like a proper lordly sword like that.
Да рубани его мечом тем со всех сил. Надо спасать
I'll
отца.
have that sword, boy.
Да? Пошел нахер.
Fuck you.
Твою мать, меч нельзя терять. Мы ждали слова.
Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
О, сейчас тебя вилами закалю. Не топором,
You're
топором.
a pig.
Ну куда это топор? И рубануть. На. Да как с копьем можешь сделать-то, ну? На тебе, блин. Моя нога! Я, интересно, должен был что-то нажать? Я, походу, проворонил, но не факт. Я вроде как успел нажать. Не, ребят. Да. Убить. За отца. У меня тоже была семья. Чё ты так медленно шел? Надо было рубануть хотя бы по лошади, чтобы он не уехал. А там уже и добить.
Father?
Garrett, you survived.
Да, я выжил.
Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Твою мать.
I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Это да. Ну, двое уже поплатились. Надо хотя бы найти этого белобрысого ублюдка.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Ему принесли меч, кстати, куда нужно.
Garrett!
I was too late. You were already dead.
Bring the maester! Meet us in the Great Hall! Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers? And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
Что-то ком шумит, ну? Что за фигня?
Blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
Я решил правосудие.
They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Раскрыть. Нифига себе, личинок использовать для этой фигни. Ой, это ж противно.
To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead.
Надеюсь, не слышно этот шум, господи.
Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick.
Он умер до
Not
этого.
that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first.
Господи, что за слово?
See if you can put any
Паразит.
weight on that leg.
Человек. Спасибо, мы уже и не хромаем. Почти.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Трон. Место лорда. Лорд это наш дядька, по-моему, да? Да, круто. Смотреть на окно. Ну, посмотрим, что
The
творится.
Ironwood Grove.
Ускоримся. Теперь этот меч наш. Ну, хотя мы, по идее, должны отдать на хранение. Или что-то там. Посмотреть на лекарство. Что это нам даст. Ладно, фиг с ним. Можно с ним поговорить? Показать меч.
You seem to... It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now.
Может, он нам его оставит? Очень надеюсь. Посмотреть на гобелен.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Мира.
Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home.
Это кто?
Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me.
Леди
Treated me like I was
Форестер.
a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lord Forrester. It was an honour to squire for him.
Да, он пожертвовал.
Gregor the Good.
Пожертвовал он собой.
Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
И Родрик тоже, кстати,
Talia and Ethan.
умер, к сожалению.
I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher.
Эшер,
Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Эсос. Знаете, больше о Форестерах на страницах кодекса.
No,
Окей.
you see there? You're limping
I'm
again.
fine, really.
Ну что ты думал? Там рана не маленькая. А что с червячками, думаете, будет? Ну, будем делать-то мы. Они сами рассосутся. Вот тут, кстати, есть проход. Нам, возможно, в него. Нет. Ну, окей. Похоже, пора на выход. А где тут выход? Это он? Нет, это не он. Значит, я даже не знаю, куда идти. Возможно, вот на эту лесенку. Я запутался. Может, поговорить с ним? Может, это чем-нибудь поможет?
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Кто лорд нашего дома теперь?
Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
Что будет со мной?
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire. if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Странно, что не поверили мне.
Can I see
Он
Ethan?
точнее.
Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Окей, почему Уайтхиллы ненавидят
Why
нас?
do the Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone
Что так
killed
сильно
someone,
шумит?
which led to more killings of someone's, and then,
Ужас.
well, here we are.
Уайтхиллы претендуют на нашу
The
рощу?
Whitehills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Не можно идти?
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Куда спать-то еще день? Ты чё?
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Он спас мне жизнь.
You saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
Ну,
You were with
тот уже
Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can
он
remember
храбро
anything-
сражался.
Эй.
Ну, умер от лошади. Его лошадь
Fought
задавила.
valiantly, my lady.
Ну и
Of
в ногу
course
его
he did.
пырнули.
He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed?
Меч
He
отдать.
asked me to return this to House Forester.
Только дяде я могу
He
сказать
said this is
то,
where it
что он
belongs.
говорил.
With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression.
Это он и есть, что ли?
Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
Ramsay
Доедет
Snow's coming
Рамзи
here.
Сноу.
Aye. He'll arrive within a week. Those men will say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too
Они
much.
He
заслуживают
deserves to be
смерти.
heard.
They deserve to die. All of them. I say we fight.
Ha! Listen to your nephew. He speaks sense.
With what army? Our best men were killed at the Twins, along with our lord.
Then what's to be done?
На самом деле я чуть поспешил
Ultimately, it will
сражаться.
be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the
Я
same,
ничего плохого не
as any
сделал.
man would.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan,
You can't send me away.
We have no choice, Garrett. Where would you have the boy go?
The one place that's safe, beyond the reach of the Boltons.
Ну и где же?
You're sending him to the war.
Да,
Boy's
я
done
так
nothing
почему-то
wrong,
Not
подумал
in the
про
eyes of the
это.
Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
Ну придется идти, что делать?
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Охренеть. Мне кажется, я так
Were it up
спокойно
to
не
me,
уеду.
I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be
салютики.
proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great
Я
uncle
сделал
was
всё
a
возможное.
ranger with the Night's Watch,
I'll do what's best.
which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
Я надеюсь, я вернусь с той стены.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Северная
What is
Русь не
it,
должна
Lord
быть.
Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry,
Так, мы выполнили
you
свою
caught me
задачу.
by surprise. It's not often discussed.
Что за Северная
Never.
Русь?
What is the North Grove?
Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Я никому не
Of course
сказал.
I told no one.
Well
И
done.
долг свой
Lord
выполнил.
Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But-
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Железный изо льда.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
Я буду сильным.
I'll be strong.
I know you will.
Погнали. Но нас бы хоть одели, там холодно, по идее, на стене.
Garrett, wait!
Амулет.
Be safe.
Спасибо.
Ethan?
Это что такое?
Ethan!
Итан Форестер, лорд дома Форестеров. А, тут, похоже, несколько героев играбельных.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine.
Я
He's just
выиграл.
forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Это и есть Итан, я думал
Congratulations,
больше.
your lordship.
Don't worry.
It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I
Тут
wish
даже,
you were
по-моему,
also.
3 героя будет.
And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett.
Гаррет сильный.
He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you were the lord of the house
Недооценивает
now.
меня.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Я даже не знаю, что это
Ethan,
такое.
you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then... well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities,
Возможно, мне
but
придется
you don't need to
измениться.
be like them. It's for you to decide for yourself.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
Нет.
It's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Подрастешь, поймешь.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Окей, о, что-то загудел ком. Не знаю, что так гудит в последнее время. Ужас просто.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay. With his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
Может,
Someone should tell him to leave us
остаться.
alone.
I'd rather stay here. Tell him I'm busy at the moment.
Perhaps the Lord could play games after he tends to business.
He's right. It's okay. You should go.
Ну ё-моё.
Fine. Let's be done with it.
Надеюсь, никто не умрет из этого решения. А куда пошел-то? Чувак же там в другую сторону ушел. Ну ладно. О. Дядя Гаррет.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you said you wished to stay. If you wish to stay lord of this house, then
and show him the same defiance.
Let's not
Понял.
do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can
Я
handle Lord Whitehill.
справлюсь.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Конечно, то, что бородач дядя Гаррета, одного из главных героев, но я что-то вот тут мнению покоцанного мужика больше согласен.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a
Не буду
loss.
пожимать, понял?
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters
Хватит
finally
испытывать
get
меня,
rid of you.
говнюк
I
жирный.
may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Успокойся!
Yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're
Довольно.
losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe
Мне
if you hadn't been
пофигу.
so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
О, это тот говнюк.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Вы убили его семью,
You
ублюдки.
murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan?
Можешь убить
He
их всех.
acted in your name. And you are the Lord.
А ну-ка, как вы ответите
We
за
lost
поступок
people too,
ваших?
Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type.
Да,
Where's the
конечно.
fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But
Засал сразу, а?
this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Наш разговор
This
окончен.
is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're
не
in the
прав.
right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Он это запомнит. Да мне похер. смотрел. Да я тебе глаза выколю, понял? И съем их. Только за другого перса.
Your son did
Будете
well,
мне все
my
знать.
lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Оп, сейчас похоже опять.
Your
О,
sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
окей. Мы еще и за третьего персонажа сыграем. Котелок. Королевская гавань. Классное местечко. Классные пейзажи. И тепло.
Wonders made by man.
Рукотворные чудеса.
A gift from Roderick.
Только Родрика уже нет, к сожалению. И она, видимо, об этом знает. А, нет. Извини, но нет.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Похоже, сейчас как раз прилетит ворон. А, вот. Вот оно письмо. Да?
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
А про Родрика она ничего не написала. Хотя, может, она уже знает. Кто-то пришел, а? Кто пришел?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Не-не-не. Что
No,
хотел-то?
it's fine. Come in.
А, он моет? Или... Ну да. А, или что он делает?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Я не хочу говорить
It's
об этом.
private. I'd rather not say.
Of course, milady. I didn't mean to pry.
Вот правильно.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Это
You
это
work
уголь,
for
нет?
Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Думаю, тебе стоит уйти.
Perhaps you should come back
Извини.
later.
Of course, milady.
Ну, смотри, чувак, я хотел тебя обижать, но надо отыгрывать роль. Типа, чтобы никто ничего не узнал. Что я там беднякам, типа, хорошо отношусь.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Хорошо. Сейчас мы и будем убеждать, скорее всего. Еще какая-то
From the
подружка.
day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're
Очень
very
добры.
kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
Зачем ей это?
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know you're not, but you must find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Окей. Ты вроде как не обозлилась, так что все нормально.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Ну ладно, будем потакать и фиг с ним.
Good luck.
Мы не в том положении, чтобы там что-то грубить и все такое. Хотя если ей не понравится, что мы потакаем, будем ее так жестко порисовать. Ух ты, это же Ланнистер маленький. И та белая сучка из сериала. Я вот помню, что она не очень хороший персонаж. А карлик еще, ну так, куда ни шло. Он такой прикольный. Вот она такая не очень хорошая леди.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Опустить
I am
голову.
honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Это вы предатели.
Yes, Your Grace.
Ладно, потакаем. Но меня это бесит.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. Is it any wonder you were so impertinent to ask which king deserves your loyalty?
Ладно.
If you have any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father.
Да пошла ты.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
Окей, будем первое, что-то прослушал, все половину.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Я все
Yes, Your
сделаю.
Grace. I would do anything.
Cersei.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Давайте меня еще на стену отправьте, ну ее точнее, господи, меня.
Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Я не стану судить ее.
I wasn't there.
Ты меня уже бесишь, Серсея.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever feeling.
Сука, блин,
If
какой
there's a
мразь.
point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Я показываю фак.
Loyalty can be such a
Но вы
hard
это не
thing to
видите.
define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
Не будет противоречий.
Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
С башки в нос. Короля.
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Я надеюсь, Маргари поймет, что это я чисто для нее только ответил.
The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
По-моему, она обозлилась меня. Ну ты должна понять, что это я ради нее же сказал. Она же сама говорила потакай, вот она и потакает.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Я говорю, карлик нормальный.
For his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best
Моя
of
семья в
circumstances.
опасности.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard.
Блин, надо было...
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested.
Возможно, я об этом пожалею. Надо было у Маргари спрашивать помощи. Что-то я тупанул.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Ну, вроде нормальный типок, что это здесь, что в сериале. По-моему. Хотя, может быть, я ошибаюсь. Но очень надеюсь, что нет. И Мэргри, надеюсь, ну или как я простит нас.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're
Я
nothing.
не хочу это
I'd rather
обсуждать.
not discuss it, if you don't mind. Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah, what?
It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. Which I
Ложи
doubt
обратно,
to be
ё-моё, что делаешь?
Put it back. We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
Я не
I
хочу
don't want to
быть.
be queen.
Джоффри, это что
Who I
тут?
don't
По-моему, белобрысый такой противный
You
пацан.
Northerners. You'd make a perfect
Блюдошный,
scepter.
по-моему.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Ой, что-то она обиделась.
Well?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mirror. I'm just glad it's over.
Ну, вроде она
King's
все
Landing can
понимает.
be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Нельзя
People are
быть
not
всем.
always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Попросить о помощи. Надо.
I
Надо.
did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Ладно, останется пусть. Главное, чтобы она никому ничего не разболтала.
Go on. Ask.
Моей матери нужна помощь.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene? Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Все настолько ужасно.
Is that dire, my lady? I fear for my family's safety.
Вот надо было сэру выгнать нахер.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Король без ума от вас.
Don't let the Queen bully you.
Ой.
You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so
Я
urgent.
надеюсь, ты не лишишься трона, Маргари.
Very well.
Я
I'll
надеюсь, я
make your
правильно называю
request,
ее.
but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Сэр, только не надо ничего говорить, ты лучше согласилась бы со мной, ну. Все. Королевский тракт, волчий лес. Мы все приближаемся к стене, видимо. Что такое? Капец, говорил, надо было нас одеть, там же холодно на стене. Ой, мать, ну всех их убивать как-то не выход.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a droning cat.
Случайно не Рамси? Не, ну как он
As
там?
my father likes to say,
No.
a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
Так, лучше с его
He does
сыграть.
now. How much further is it to these foresters?
Да, это Рамси, ну.
A day, my lord. Two at most.
Ублюдок.
What was that?
My lord?
Listen.
Все в порядке. Да твою мать, что у тебя за слух-то, а?
There.
Как
Hear
это
that?
можно услышать?
I know I heard something.
Бежать нахер. О, это мы где? Это мы сейчас за Итана будем играть, да? Угу.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Я хочу быть таким, как он. Да, он реально крутой чувак был.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord
Кто
Ethan.
это?
Missed.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed. We all fucking know it.
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right.
I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone.
Go. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Успокойся.
Calm yourself.
The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forrester. Now there's only chaos.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
Men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever.
Вот сейчас я ему
they
сохраню, наверное,
please.
жизнь.
Their Lord will not permit it.
Не стану.
You can send him to the war.
Вот сейчас я на сторону бородача, наверное, иду. Реально людей мало. Но надо, чтобы он все-таки верно служил.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Ну это реально.
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief.
He still
Тем не
serves
менее.
House Forrester and deserves our protection.
He's a rat in our grain stores.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
Это мой долг.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
Кого бы вы
Who do you
выбрали?
think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
Да я знаю, кого выберу.
The bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Я постараюсь сделать выбор верный.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Я знаю, кого я выберу. Я только не убийцу. Ой, извините. Я вот этого выберу, бардача. Да, мне больше нравится. Добренький, возможно. Но может, кстати, я не знаю, кого выбрать. Еда. Посмотреть на еда. Стой, ладно, фиг с этой едой. Поговорить.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
Я тоже, ты же добрый.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Хотели бы вы им стать?
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Ну, он скажет то самое про себя.
I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Обязательно с ними обоими говорить. Так, сестренка нет. Мальком. Кто это?
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. She insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
Конечно, буду.
My mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Окей. Давай поговорим. Я вот что-то задумался, может и вправду Ройланда.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please.
Кто должен стать
Who should I
стражем?
name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
Да, я выберу, короче, добряка. Не знаю, как скажется в будущем. В следующих эпизодах, скорее всего, уже это скажется сильно. Не знаю, сейчас посмотрим, в общем. Как, кого, где? Я не хочу с ним говорить, он злой.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know dogs could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I had many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the war. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills.
Да он его на стену отправил, чтобы спасти.
If you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
Duncan хороший человек.
Aye, a fine man. Wise he? But he has no business being sentinel. He
Мне
likes
кажется,
to
наоборот.
talk. But now's the time for action.
Я надеюсь, он нормально
So,
сражается.
when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Я надеюсь, ты не обидишься и будешь все-таки за нас воевать. Почему нельзя двух стражей? Они хоть бы и спорили друг с другом, но... Может, что хорошее бы и вышло. Идем сюда. Я выберу доброго, все, решил я.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Да, готов.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Как шум шумит. Ой, шум. Ком шумит. Хотя... Игра не сильно требовательная. Я надеюсь, если одного выберу, другой не уйдет. Я выберу доброго, посмотрим, что будет. Потом, возможно, когда буду перепроходить заново, выберу то, что боевой такой чувак.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you.
Вы оба достойны.
Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tut! This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice.
Ну, сори,
I will
Ройл.
not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Да их там немного.
Ignore Sir Royland.
Ну, он реально
He named
жестокий.
me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Прекратите эту грызню.
Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Ну а чё?
Sir
Да,
Royland
жесткий.
is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please.
Я выбрал одного стража, но я думаю, надо воевать. На самом деле.
Thank the
Ну,
gods Mira
помрем,
has asked Lady
помрем,
Marjorie
чё.
for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment.
Что ты
Mother,
посоветуешь?
what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Мы дадим
I know I
бой.
can still count on Sir Royland as master at arms.
Ну извини.
Our forces may not be at full strength, but our men are willing to take on this fight. I think Ramsay Snow will
Реально,
see
то этот
too.
ублюдок больше
They may
ничего не
be
понимает.
willing, but are they able, my lord?
My lord, casting aside diplomacy means giving up our best chance to come through this safely.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
We don't have enough soldiers to strike fear in a madman like Ramsay Snow. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
Я, возможно, совершил ошибку, ну ладно.
I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Вот и все.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what
Что-то я, возможно, не очень хороший выбор сделал. Помрут половина героев, конечно, к концу игры, походу, но...
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you.
Я не знаю, что делать.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Может, вот этого надо было советчика сделать, я даже не знаю.
You have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister.
But won't he be Lord if he returns? Do you want him to take my place?
Of course not. He has no interest in such things. And that's not what I want either. Asher is volatile. But that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious. But you were in danger, and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher doesn't hesitate. And we need that. You have many fine qualities. But
Asher is dangerous and unpredictable. His presence could help or hurt.
Вообще я хотел выбрать, чтобы согласиться, чтобы он вернулся. Потому что он жесткий. Воевать сейчас самое то.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Да.
Fine.
Нам нужен он.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Эшер нужен точно.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
О, покой леди Маргери. Красный замок, Королевская гавань. Печать семьи. Взять. Возможно, это нам обернется не очень хорошие вещи, но ладно. Давай. Была не была. Ключ. Посмотреть. Странный ключ взять. Возможно, будет кричать, что я воришка. Но я все возьму. Что же уж поделать, если меня признают, конечно, виновным.
Marjorie?
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
Please don't repeat what you heard to anyone.
Of course. I never would. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
Ой, злая.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Все в порядке. Я надеюсь, он согласился помочь.
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
Твою
I'll
мать.
need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Долбаный Джоффри, ну это же это такой, блин, вот такой говнюк. Если я прям думаю про того,
Milady.
Про кого я думаю. О, паренек.
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family. If you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things.
Как ты можешь помочь? Реально.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Чё смотришь? Смотрит он.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing.
Я так и знал, что когда из них уверен, то другой уйдет.
Confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Надеюсь на это.
Hope so.
Надо вот не сказал, мы победим. Сказать и все. О, Рамси, мал, такой мелкий бородач. На Галустяна чем-то похож, по-моему. А можно его пырнуть?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the Warden of the...
That's enough.
Можно его пырнуть в живот, пожалуйста?
Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young. This... Look at you.
Но ты же не способен ни на что.
A token
Один.
for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Forrester.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Оставьте их
Leave
в
them be,
покое.
Lord Ramsay.
Ah, worried about your family. As you should be.
I'm the Lord. I'll have you speak only with me.
First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
I only kneel to the king.
Вот-вот,
Is not
я
the
про это
Warden
же.
also deserving of your respect? But then, I am not my father. Perhaps that is what you meant to say.
You see? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Заткнись,
Here's
жирный.
the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
Вашему отцу не стоит беспокоиться.
Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was
Они убили
Forrester
наших.
Squire who did it.
Ублюдок ты чертов.
One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come
Прям
up
сейчас его
with a
зарубите, и
solution
все
that
кончено
will
будет.
benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You
А
can't
если я
do
сейчас
that.
скажу?
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
Мы настоящие мастера.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before.
Но это уже куда лучше.
To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At
Нет.
Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan!
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Запрем
We'll bar
ворота.
the gates.
Too late for that.
твою мать. Ой-ой.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
У нас же есть где?
Look at
Давайте.
this little Forester.
Давайте мочить их, ну.
You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Я сказал, оставь ее в покое.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's
Кто убьет их? Я надеюсь, мы его замочим, а вся семья выживет.
Do you like
Где наши войска? Давайте убить.
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along.
Схватить, конечно.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Он сердце прям. Да ну нахрен.
But I don't want a bold.
Охренеть.
Far too much trouble.
Он мне бошку проколол.
I knew you'd bend the knee eventually. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan.
Охренеть, я думал, такого не может быть в играх.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Ну почему его нельзя зарубить, а?
Take the boy as your ward. No! Kill him if they give you any trouble.
А можно было это избежать, интересно?
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Где наши войска? Давайте, мы же... Надо было другого чувака ставить. Он бы пошел воевать, он всех расхерачил бы, наверное. Он жив, он же нам прокололся. Я думал, просто неправильно что-то сделал, сейчас заново. Ваша история началась. В следующем эпизоде Game of Thrones. Ёб твою мать. Какой-то истерический
Ethan
смех уже.
sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties.
О,
Those who will not
этот
stop
Старк
until Ethan is avenged.
единственный.
Until Ryan is home again, our house will not.
О, это тот тип.
We will be ready.
О, это этот Эшер, он всех разорвет нафиг.
Are you prepared for what might happen?
Охренеть. Надо было их возле ворот поджидать и убивать. Ой, ладно. Ну нет, там, по-моему, уже никак его нельзя было спасти. Насколько я понимаю. В общем, первый эпизод закончился. Я жду, естественно, всех остальных, как и в Borderlands. И я надеюсь, вам понравилось это прохождение. С вами был Сникер Мульти. Подписывайтесь на канал. Всем удачи и пока.